So, we talked previous video about posture and using your abs to help support you when you're sitting and standing, right? Just keeping our abs on all the time. The problem is we're just not used to it, right? We're sitting in a chair all the time and we just kind of slouch or kind of whatever in the chair, right? We all do it. This is just what's more comfortable. Sitting up nice and straight and tall is boring and it sucks, right? So let's talk about the front carries. I don't know if you've noticed, but the thing that hurts the most when you're doing the front carry being holding a slam ball or something out in front of us as we walk around. I don't know about you, maybe I should only speak for myself, but the first thing that always gets fatigued is my lower back, right? And that is exactly why we do the front carries. Okay? Because I need you to understand that if you're not using your abs to support your spine and all of this stuff, if you let that relax even a little bit, all of a sudden your lower back is doing all the work and it's gonna hurt and you're not gonna be able to keep going, right? You're not gonna be able to carry the 50-pound ball. It's not about the ball being heavy, it's about you sucking at supporting your spine, right? You're just doing it wrong. So if we can train you to do it right, then you'll be able to carry even the 80-pound sandbag that we have over there, right, for the workouts without any trouble. But we need to strengthen your trunk, right? We need you to use your abs when you're carrying these things. So like we talked about in the posture video, right? We want to make sure that our ribs are down. We don't ever want to be sticking our ribs out. I say ribs, but I mean, you can think sticking your nipples out too, whichever you would rather have, right? We want them to not stick out. We want them down, right? They're beautiful just the way they are. And you don't need to try to exaggerate how awesome they look, right? So, we're gonna keep our ribs down by keeping our abs tight, okay? Then when we've got something in our hands, like one of those heavy slam balls or sandbags out here in front, you're gonna keep your abs tight, almost like you're hugging yourself around the ball, okay? Now we don't want you to completely like hunch all the way over, but you're definitely not holding the ball like this, right? And that's what will tend to happen. Because your body's trying to balance itself. You've got 50 pounds of weight outside of here on top of girls already have more weight out in front of them, right? So, side note, which is why girls with bigger breasts experience back problems is because they stand like this all the time to sort of balance themselves. Your body always wants to be in balance. So if there's weight out here in front, your body is gonna wanna center that over your hips, right? So then you lean back, right? And leaning back is doing this. You're just leaning back, right? So we want to keep this happening. You can still lean back and walk, but you gotta keep the abs engaged while you're doing it so that you're using the muscles in your trunk, right? I don't like to use the word core. Core is a bad word. And if I hear you use it or I use it, in an unironic way, like you're punished. You may not realize that you're punished, but you're being punished. Because I want you to think of a trunk. I want you to think of a tree, right? The tree is not supported just on one side of it, right? The trees wouldn't work. They would fall over, or they would grow all weird, right? The trunk, the whole thing all the way around is what is supporting you. The whole thing around, all the muscles. Muscles in the front, muscles in the side, muscles in the back. All of those working together to keep your spine stable and supported, right? Because we're trying to not break your back. And if you can keep everything stable, right? There are guys deadlifting over 1,000 pounds, right? And they have the same body as you. They're not made of metal, right? They're stronger than you, they're bigger than you, yes. But you can also become strong. And it is very possible for you to do these things, for you to put a 100-pound sandbag out here in front and for you to carry it without your lower back exploding, because you're able to hold on to it, right, and keep everything engaged. Okay. The trunk